Hello, my loyal 23 subscribers. I wanted to start this video off by saying that I am a huge fan of Seinfeld, and I'm in no way trying to bash the final episode or the series as a whole. In fact, I loved the way the series concluded, bringing back all those great characters. It worked for me. It rubbed some people the wrong way because a clip show aired before the finale, so to continue with the flashbacks when the show's in its precious final moments, yeah, it bothered people. To be fair, finales generally do not satisfy fans. It's like a breakup. There's really no good way to do it. I mean, it actually is a breakup. It's the creator breaking up with the fan. They want to move on with their lives. Same reasoning.
Same thing. Same thing.
Personally, as a fan, I hate clip shows. Very simply put, it robs us of new material.
See, now that I don't care for. Right.
Now, it is more forgivable if it's not the only show, or the only episode rather, that's shown that week, which in this case it wasn't. And they did make a point of having the flashbacks in the finale as brief as possible. They even withheld classic Seinfeld moments from the clip show so as to not show it again in the final episode. Hey, you gotta respect that. Season 4 of Saved by the Bell has 3 clip show episodes. Why? What were you thinking? Why would you do that? The flashbacks are not what bother me. What bothered me is the Good Samaritan Law, or rather the portrayal of it. Most states have the Good Samaritan Law now, but it was a new thing back in 1998. Massachusetts, where the confrontation takes place, was not one of those states, which is what makes it that much more bewildering. The law itself was heavily embellished on the show. I would love to talk with either Larry David or Jerry Seinfeld about if they just misunderstood what the Good Samaritan Law actually meant, or did they just not seek out what it actually was.
Oh yeah, I like this idea.
Well, perhaps I would break the ice some other way, but I am very curious what their explanation for this would be. In the series finale, the gang is arrested and held accountable for witnessing a carjacking and doing nothing to stop it. This is in essence the Good Samaritan Law that they have broken. Yeah, except it isn't. A proper example of this would be, let's say you're in a restaurant and someone starts choking. You attempt the Heimlich maneuver, but unfortunately the person dies anyway. This law protects you in the event that the victim's family tries to sue you. Basically, it's the, hey, I was a nice guy just trying to do the right thing defense.
Always do the right thing.
That's it?
That's it.
That is it, and it flies. If you're in a situation where you try to save someone's life and it goes south, you cannot be held accountable for the outcome. And nowadays, pretty much every state has some form of this in legislation. Why, Seinfeld writers? Why did you fictionalize what the law actually was? Did someone correct you, but your interpretation of the law was funnier, so you just went with that?
I don't know.
That being said, the show perfectly captured the zeitgeist. It wedged itself in that particular moment in history. What I mean by that, of course, is the boom of the cell phone. Most of Seinfeld's plot lines would not work today because everyone has a cell. Think about it. How many episodes revolved around one or more characters not being able to get in touch with another character, thereby creating the perfect storm in the final scene? You know, that's a lot of them. Keep in mind, Elaine was the only one with a cell phone, which isn't even revealed until the final season. And yes, I am going to be so bold as to say that Seinfeld would not work today. It only worked then. And that's still a wonderful thing. It really represented what it meant to be a single, self-involved 30-something living in a major city in America where things do tend to be episodic in nature. I mean, you live around millions of people and you get another job in another part of town and it's like you've moved away. And I'm experiencing that now that I'm in my 30s. But it's like, you know what? I've earned it. I have no pet, no kid, no car. I can do as I please. I'm allowed to be self-involved. The whole point being, what real responsibilities do I have? As long as I keep it to myself, hey, that's my motto. I'm actually trying to be more considerate of my narcissism. That's all for now, YouTube. I looked up this subject before making this video because I didn't really want to make this video. I actually wanted there to be an answer on the internet as to why this is, that they got the law, the Good Samaritan Law, completely wrong. The most watched and important episode of that series. I was 14 when that finale aired. Want to know what I remember most? People were talking about it and they didn't even watch Seinfeld. The final episode was the first episode that they watched. And it's strange, but that's exactly what people did. And that's one of the reasons why it was and is immensely popular in syndication. I got started watching it in syndication. I did a lot of stupid things as a teenager, one of those being I watched Home Improvement. I still like their holiday episodes. Well, anyway, TBS used to air 5 minutes after everyone else, so like 8:05 and 8:35 instead of 8 o'clock and 8:30. And I remember I would always tune in to Home Improvement, but I would catch the tail end of Seinfeld, and I'd always wonder what the hell was going on. And I still think that's an interesting way to get acclimated into the show, is to watch the last 5 minutes before you start it from the beginning. It really, the payoff is much more. At least I think so. And that's especially true with the finale. If you want something trippy, watch the last 5 minutes of the series and then start it from the very beginning. True Seinfeld fans know about that already. Happy hunting. Thank you for watching.
I mean, what's the deal with the sitcom? I mean, you stand there and then people clap or they laugh. Sometimes you have to tell them not to clap.
Okay.